Welcome to BeddyBox Bedtime Stories, where calm nighttime tales flow like gentle waves and carry little dreamers into deep, peaceful sleep. Tonight's soothing bedtime story is called The Whale Who Sang the Ocean to Sleep, a quiet nighttime tale about empathy, listening, and caring for others. So find your coziest spot in bed, snuggle in, take a slow, deep breath in, and let it all the way out. Let the ocean night rock you softly into our story. Far beneath a moonlit sky, where the vast sea shimmered like polished silver glass, there swam a young whale named Luma. The night ocean was wide and it was dark, but it was never scary. To Luma, it was a friend. It breathed softly, a slow and steady rhythm. It hummed gently, a melody only she could hear. Luma loved the night. She felt every little shift, every small movement of the water, and she listened closely to the ocean's feelings. And tonight, the ocean felt restless. It couldn't seem to settle down. The moon, which usually cast a bright, friendly glow, hid behind a thin veil of clouds. The gentle currents, which usually guided her on her way, now twisted and turned with a sense of unease. Small, shimmering fish, who normally drifted in sleepy schools, now darted here and there, unable to find their calm. Luma slowed her graceful swimming, her great tail barely moving, and she just listened. She listened with more than just her ears. She listened with her whole body. She heard the soft, unspoken worry of the coral reefs. She felt the tired sighs of the ancient sea turtles who had seen so many suns and moons. She heard the uneasy whispers of the waves as they broke against unseen shores. "The ocean can't sleep," Luma murmured to herself, her voice a low rumble in the deep. "It needs comfort. It needs someone to listen." So Luma stopped swimming altogether. She floated perfectly still in the dark, quiet water, letting the ocean speak to her. She didn't rush it. She didn't try to fix things right away. She didn't interrupt the quiet story the water was telling her. She simply listened, and the ocean, feeling her patient presence, began to share its troubles. It told her of long, wearying tides that pulled and pushed without rest. It spoke of heavy currents that felt like a great weight on its shoulders. It whispered about the little creatures who felt lost and alone in the vast, deep dark. As Luma listened, her heart grew gentle and warm with understanding. It filled with a soft light, just like the moon breaking through the clouds. "I hear you," she whispered to the sea, a promise of comfort. "I am here." Luma took a deep, slow breath, filling her enormous lungs with the cool night water. Then, she released the very first note of her song. It wasn't a loud or showy sound. It wasn't fast or hurried. It was a low, soft song, slow, steady, and full of kindness. The single note traveled through the water, not like a sound, but like a warm, gentle hug, reaching out into the darkness. The effect was almost immediate. The restless waves on the surface above began to soften their anxious crashing. The little darting fish slowed their frantic swimming, their fins now moving with a more peaceful rhythm. Even the uneasy currents began to ease their twisting, untangling themselves into a calmer flow. The ocean felt that first note of kindness, and it began to relax. Feeling the ocean's slight shift toward peace, Luma sang again. This time, her song held more than just kindness. It held a deep sense of care and endless patience. It was a song that said, "It's okay. Take your time. I will stay with you." The ocean responded to this gentle offering. The colorful coral, which had been swaying with worry, stilled its gentle dance and settled into a peaceful rest. The old wise turtles, who had been sighing with exhaustion, tucked their heads and flippers into their shells, finding a safe and quiet place to sleep. High above, the moon seemed to notice the change, parting the clouds to reflect brighter and clearer on the now calm surface of the sea. Luma wasn't singing to be heard or to show off her beautiful voice. She was singing to understand. She was singing to share in the ocean's feelings and help it feel less alone. With each gentle, rolling note that Luma sang, the ocean relaxed a little more. The vast body of water began to breathe in a slow, deep rhythm. The waves breathed in, and then they breathed out, a long, soft sigh of release. The water itself seemed to wrap around Luma like a warm, heavy blanket, holding her safely as she sang. Luma felt the ocean's gratitude, not in words, but in a quiet, deep feeling of peace that flowed all around her. It was a silent thank you, whispered in the language of the sea, and Luma, in her heart, felt that she understood it completely. The ocean was finally ready to sleep. As the night grew deeper and the stars shone like diamonds scattered across the black velvet sky, Luma's song gradually slowed. The notes became longer, softer, until they faded into the quiet hum of the sleeping ocean. She rested now, floating peacefully in the calm water, her great body rising and falling with the gentle, sleeping breath of the sea. She had learned something truly important tonight. Empathy, she realized, isn't just about feeling sorry for someone. It means listening with your whole heart, without judgment, without trying to fix everything right away. It means caring enough to truly understand how others feel. And sometimes the biggest help you can offer doesn't need grand gestures or a lot of words. It just needs simple, steady kindness. Thank you for listening to BeddyBox Bedtime Stories and tonight's calming tale the whale who sang the ocean to sleep. Remember, little dreamer, listening with your heart and trying to understand can bring so much peace to others and to yourself as well. Now let your own breathing slow down, just like the ocean waves. Feel your body becoming light and comfortable in your bed. Let all your worries drift away and float gently into quiet, peaceful ocean dreams. Good night.